evidence has surfaced that Russia did in fact attempt to disrupt the 2016 general election. But not for the reasons the left thinks. According to _political_, lawyers representing Facebook and Twitter revealed the purpose of a number of Russian-linked advertisements and posts following the election. The ads were put on social networks with the intent of delegitimizing Mr. Trump _s election to the presidency. One of the worst offenders was the Russian-based Internet Research Agency. According to Facebook General Counsel Stretch during a Senate Judiciary panel, their aim was fomenting discord about the validity of Trump's election. Interestingly, pre-election, this Russian agency was busy generating content against Hillary Clinton, according to Stretch, to prevent her from winning. Yet immediately after President Trump's win, they began attacking him. Senator Lindsey Graham, RSC, asked Stretch, during the election, they were trying to create discord between Americans, most of it directed against Clinton. After the election, you saw Russian-tied groups and organizations trying to undermine President Trump's legitimacy. Is that what you saw on Facebook? Stretch and General Counsel for Twitter Sean Edgen affirmed that Graham's statement was accurate. International cyber policy expert with the Center for Strategic and International Studies, James Lewis, said this behavior is indicative of Russia's attempts to weaken opposing nations. Their goal is to create confusion and dissent, Lewis said. The target is the US and NATO, not any particular candidate. They just want chaos. It went from being a grudge match against Clinton to what they thought was a priceless opportunity to inflict harm. Democrats like Al Franken, DMN, were highly critical of Facebook for not catching the Russian meddling. How did Facebook, which prides itself on being able to process billions of data points and instantly transform them into personal connections for its users, somehow not make the connection that electoral ads, paid for in rubles, were coming from Russia? Franken asked. Those are two data points, American political ads and Russian money, rubles. How could you not connect those two dots? Yet, despite Democrats' best hopes that these tech giants would confirm their narrative that Russia hacked the election, they would not agree that these Russian ads influenced anyone's vote. Senator Mazie Hirono, D-Hive, tried to get them to feed the narrative by asking, in an election where a total of about 115,000 votes would have changed the outcome, can you say that the false and misleading propaganda people saw on your Facebook didn't have an impact on the election? Stretch avoided the issue. We're not well positioned to judge why any one person or an entire electorate voted as it did. It's unclear what's more insulting, that Senate Democrats intentionally ignored the fact that Russians were opposing President Trump post-election because it doesn't fit their collusion narrative, or that they want to believe people can be swayed from their political opinions by an advertisement on social media. These social media organization representatives stated that the Russia collusion narrative is false. Russia isn't interested in having an ally in the White House, they want Americans to be divided and at odds with each other so our country stagnates, and the left is knowingly playing into it. Russia interfered in the election by trying to prevent Hillary Clinton from winning and by attempting to prevent President Trump from succeeding as president. They did this to cause confusion, chaos, and infighting, and so far it's succeeding, perhaps beyond their wildest expectations. Russia paid for ads to be published on social media to delegitimize the Trump presidency. Will Democrats believe the evidence? While it succeeded in dividing us, it had little effect on the election because Americans don't vote because of what ads they see, they vote for who they think best serves their interests. We need to recognize that it benefits Russian interests the longer we remain obsessed about the legitimacy of our president. We need to move on from this false narrative so our elected officials can focus on more important issues.